Hey there, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. It's Maggie. This is Moon Directed. Welcome to the channel where we work with the energy to see how we could best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. So I have a channel message for you, but before I get to that, I do want to wish you a happy 2021. I believe that this is a year where we choose, where we make changes in our life, and where we can fill it up with as much joy as possible based on the choices that we make. So I'm wishing you a joy-filled 2021. Okay, so your message, wow, was really okay. So you're the 12th sign I'm doing, and it was the most unusual in so many ways, and I want to say it was deep, and then the irony of that makes me laugh because what I saw was a moonlit night. The moon was full. It was a huge moon. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Okay, so it was a full moon, and you were peering down into an old stone well, down into the depths of it, and you could see the moonlight in the water, but you could also see your face. And it was like you were trying to peer into the depths of your soul. And but when I think about it, the South Node is in Sagittarius, and that is about peering into your soul of what it is you believe and what you don't believe and what is of value to you and what isn't. Because Capricorn season is the sun in your second house of what you value. Self-esteem, self-worth, finances, sure. But what truly makes you feel abundant. And so I feel like there's going to be some soul searching going on for you this week, which is really interesting because the energy this week has a lot to do with getting clarity on where it is that you want to go and what your next couple of steps are. But I think Sagittarius, because of the fact that the South Node is in your sign, that there might be a little bit more soul searching that goes on with that than for anyone else. Okay. Wow, and you have, all right, so, okay, definitely the most interesting reading so far. All right, so the fairies wanted to talk this week, so I did select a fairy deck to use, and they're like, no, we really want to talk, and so I'm using the Fairy Oracle. It is Brian Froud and Jessica Macbeth. It is a beautiful deck. I've had this one for years and years, and I'm always seeing new things, and you guys have something that I've not seen before. Although so we're gonna definitely use the book to help us through it. So you have, and I can never read these things, so I have to go in the book because the printing is just hard for me. That's 57. Number 5, 7, that's 12. That's like temperance. It's a 3, it's community. It's Luthus the Wild. Haste, impulsiveness, fire, spontaneity, and balance. And balance keeps coming up. I think balance is going to have a lot to do with this whole year, actually. But Luthus the Wild is filled with fire, and fire is associated with the creative life force. This fairy fires us up, gets us going, recharges our batteries and creative energy. He likes to be around when things are exciting and when there is a life force blazing high, and he can jump in and encourage us to burn even higher. Creation and passion are his bailiwick. Faster, faster, faster is his motto. Sorry. We have to be careful with Luthus. He doesn't know the meaning of the words like slow, stop, rest, respite, catnap, moderation. Okay, he's going to learn this week, though, because I have to tell you, the energy is definitely shifting. And okay, the fire of Luthus can be destructive as well as creative. That's true. Fire that burns creates ashes, which can act as fertilizer for new growth. So, there is the controlled burn, and then there is the out of control wildfire, right? And he is called Luthus the Wild, just saying. So, think of the phoenix who lays her eggs and then bursts into flame to incubate it. Birth and death and rebirth is a cycle of fire. If this card says that the wild creative energies are being brought to whatever position it represents, it often fires things up that surround it and energizes things. Old ideas, old behaviors will not do. Sometimes it may be useful. Okay, so old ideas, old behaviors will not do. You just had that eclipse, that full moon eclipse in Gemini. New moon in your sign, but it was also an eclipse, but it's south node, and this is a big clearing. You're doing a lot of clearing, and there's a lot of soul searching about what works and what doesn't work. But what is really beautiful is that you have Fee the Lion showing up. So you have 2 fire cards that showed up for you. One which is about destruction in order to create death and rebirth, and then you have the feline getting it right, and tidying up loose ends. That's what you're doing this year, Sagittarius. You are letting go what doesn't work for you. The feline looks out and accusingly reminding you of things that are undone, promises unkept, duties unfulfilled. He says that we can't expect things to go right when we're trailing behind so much unfinished business behind us. This is karmic business. This is what the soul searching is about. Dragging the stuff tires us. It uses up our energy, and we need for other things. And so with these 2 cards together, I feel like you're being encouraged. If you have not been utilizing the energy of these moons, and the lunations and the eclipses through the access of Gemini, what are you curious about? What do you want to learn next? Because Sagittarius, you come in here and you know so much. You do. But we're entering new energy. On the 21st of December, we definitely cycled into a new energetic cycle. And all the wisdom that you bring with us, it's still valuable, but it's not all necessary. Like you need to leave space, create space. It's like having too much stuff in the attic, and it needs to be tidied up, and some of it needs to be removed, what is still of value and what isn't, and that is a soul searching process in order to make space for the new energy waves that are coming in, for the new energy that's coming in from that North Node in Gemini that says, what are you curious about? What else do you want to know? So Sagittarius tends to know stuff, right? But I think that you need to clear some room because there's so much more to know. And I think that most people, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know enough. It's just, when you know very little, you think you know everything. And when you know a lot, you realize, I don't know nearly anything. And it's a very interesting dynamic change that's happening. So I think there's a lot of soul searching going on for you. So this looks like a week where everybody is getting very clear on what it is that they want to go and what their next steps are. But for you, Sagittarius, it looks like your next step is figuring out what doesn't fit you anymore. What shoes have you outgrown? What clutter needs to be removed in order to create space for the new energies that are coming in? So, wow. I think when the sun passed over the galactic center, it was like, holy crap, there's some stuff going on here, and I need to make space for this new energy that just wafted in out of the cosmos, right? So we start out the week, and the moon is in it's in Virgo, which for you is your 10th house of career. And so it could be that you're doing some soul searching about what it is that you're doing career-wise. Does this really fit into my life anymore? Or that was the old energy and now it's a new energy, and what I want to do is create space to pursue something that resonates in the heart space more with this new energy. And so maybe the old career plan doesn't work so much anymore. So, having a little break over the holidays, maybe that's what's been causing you to focus a little bit. So, because you do have Mercury, which is ruled by Virgo, is in Capricorn, having a nice deep conversation with Pluto about transformation, and talk about the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's that kind of energy. And the moon's also opposing Neptune in Pisces, and so it's about what's real and what's fantasy. And so you may be doing a lot of reevaluation of around your career, around what is your sole purpose. Like, I feel like with Sagittarius, oftentimes that what they really want to do for a living has to satisfy them on a soul level. And so you may be asking yourself those kinds of questions this week. So you'll have to let me know in the chat, because I'm curious. All right, so before I finish getting these cards all shuffled out, I'm a little distracted because I have a box elder up there, and I hate those things. I'm going to have to catch them and throw them outside. All right, so I go live on Monday nights. It's Monday Night Live. We do it at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. If you are in Australia, you guys are so far ahead of us that when I'm live here on Monday night, it's actually 11:30 a.m. your time. So, in Sydney. So, come and hang out with us. We pull cards for every sign of the zodiac, and then I will answer questions for those that are in the chat for about 30-40 minutes until like an hour and a half in, and then I turn into a pumpkin. So come and hang out. Also, if you're interested in checking out your owner's manual, right, your blueprint, that would be your birth chart, your natal chart, so Discovering Your Destiny is a course that I'm offering. We're going to go through the birth chart. We're going to look at the planets, the asteroids, the fixed stars. We're going to look at different angles. What do they mean? What does that north node mean? What does the south node mean to you? We're going to look at all of those things. We're going to work with the energy cycles of the moon. And it is a 6-month course. It will start January 9th, so that's this Saturday, and it goes through June 19th. I am going to post the first pre-recorded class out there for everybody, so you can kind of check it out if you want to. I will offer a payment plan, but it is only $132 for the entire course. So email me at moondirected@gmail.com to get more information if you're curious and you want to know more about this. So you have the Three of Winter, which is the Three of Swords. See if I can't find light where you can see the picture. There we go. What I like though is that, see that bear? That bear is security. That bear kind of really feels to me like you're being divinely guided through this process. There is so the little girl is holding the swords, but there is the bear there, and there is your higher self there. This is a lot of protection through this process. So whatever it is that is causing you to do this evaluation, staring down into the well of the depths of your soul and doing this, it could be around career, but it could be about anything. When I see the Three of Swords, that hurts. And so whatever it is, there is something that needs to be released. There is some letting go of something, loose ends that need to be tied up. Maybe you're going through a process where you need to finalize the legal documents. But the soul searching is necessary, because when we learn the lessons, then we don't have to go back to that class again. And so allowing yourself to work through that energy, in a controlled burn, not a wildfire. I feel like a wildfire will not serve you at all. So on Tuesday, the moon is going to move into Libra at 12:42 in the morning. That is nice supportive energy for you. That moon is going to talk to Saturn. It's going to talk to Jupiter, and they're going to be like, what's the next steps? How do we take this idea and how do we expand it out? What is the strategy? We're going to do some strategic planning. Part of what will really benefit you is if you could, really hate those things. If it lands on me and I scream like a little girl, sorry. It's been known to happen. Okay, but strategy. Whatever it is that you are working through right now, knowing what your next steps are, you don't have to know the final, you don't need to know the details of the entire plan, but I think you need to know what direction you're going in. Oh, wow. Something is really up with you guys. Okay, so you have the monkey, which is trick. And the monkey says, not everything is what it seems to be. So does Neptune and Pisces, by the way. Like, not everything is what you think it is. Not everything is not all is what it seems. So it is going to be important that you really listen with all of your senses. And how does it feel? Does it feel authentic? Because if it doesn't feel authentic, trust your instincts. You have great instincts. Trust them. Something's going on here. But what is nice is that we do have, we've got Mars moving into Taurus on Wednesday. And so making those stepwise plans but moving forward happens with that kind of energy. And Venus now is moving over the galactic center, and so she's picking up the resonance and what really matters in the heart and what creates abundance and what's the divine feminine receptive energy that is needed. And so these are very masculine fire energies to me, and so I think it's nice that she's picking up that energy, and then she's going to move into Capricorn in a couple days, and again that'll be about moving forward in a nice direction. Taking time to count your blessings will put you in a higher vibrational energy and allow you to get to where you need to go. The moon is going to move into Scorpio at 3:53 a.m. on Thursday. Squares off with the energy that's going on in Aquarius. So again, having a plan, you're going to be, what's your next steps. So this whole week is a process of developing a strategy and a plan, but you have the Horse King, which is really nice because this is about asking for assistance. So who do you need to talk to? Who can help you? But listen and pay attention. Is it really good and solid advice, right? There's a worrisome energy here with this monkey here that likes to mess around. You can solve problems with this energy, and honestly, while the moon is in Scorpio, it's going to oppose Uranus in Taurus, and so that is that intuitive, out of the box thinking, creative problem solving energy. And so the monkey might be just here to represent that. Just at the same time, I do want to caution you because it was moonlight that I saw and you were looking into the reflection. Oh, the reflection. Okay. All right, so what they just said was the reflection, right? So situations, people, so maybe it's a job or maybe it's people, whatever it is, they reflect back to us what we think we are. And so when you're really clear about who you are and what your value systems are, I really hate those things, then you can, that's what you're going to have reflected back to you. So doing the soul searching and getting really clear on who you are and standing in your power and knowing that's how you get situations, relationships that reflect back to you what the core of who you are, the essence, the spark of the divine. Okay. So then the moon is going to move into Sagittarius on Saturday, and what's really lovely is you got the goddess card for this. And so this is you stepping into remembering your own divinity and remembering that you create your reality, right? So it says honor your divine feminine energy. That is creation energy. See your inner beauty and love every part of you. So there's some kind of the need to do this shadow work, this self-reflection. And when you look down into the depths of your soul, look for the fire of the divinity that you are and see yourself as that beautiful light and allow that flame to burn away all the negative things that people have said about you, that you've thought about you. Release that and let that go to put yourself in the much higher vibrational energy and allow yourself to feel like the smoke that's lifting up into the higher vibrational energy. That moon in Sagittarius is coming back around, right? It's a reminder. It's like picking up the energy of the new moon that just happened in Sagittarius. It is a reminder that every 30 days you renew. Every 30 days. Well, 28 days. So every 4 weeks you renew. And so renew your commitment to yourself that you planted with the seed of intention on your new moon. Renew that vow, renew that commitment to yourself, and get ready, because we're getting a new opportunity to plant a seed of intention with the new moon next week in Capricorn. And Capricorn's the get her done energy, but Sagittarius is that fire of inspiration energy. So really stepping into that and utilizing that energy to help you to navigate these changes. Really focusing on what it is that you want and what you want your life to look like, and stepping away from the energy of negative self-talk and what other people's opinions are of you. They just don't matter, right? So the soul searching is important. The energy as the moon is waning into the to the void before it becomes the new moon this weekend is really about pulling your energy in and resting and journaling. I really want to encourage journaling and meditation. I feel like you guys will get so much out of it. This is beautiful. Okay, so I wanted to get you a keyword for the week, and it's a phrase. It's 2 words. It says be present. So that meditation, that journaling, that is an opportunity to really connect with who you are. That is staring into the well. That is the deep dive. But being present in the moment, I also want to remind you to be on guard for what kind of crap you see going on out there, asking for the help that you need. But be very present with who you are right now. You're not who you were. You aren't yet who you will become. You are who you are right now. You are becoming, but you are right now, right? So stay with that energy of who you are now and what is your next best step forward, and release all that baggage, the emotional baggage. That stuff no longer serves you. We are in a new energy. And allow yourself to let that be like a wind that's blowing. Aquarius is an air sign. A wind that is blowing, that's fanning the flames of who you are and igniting your goddess that's inside. That spark of the divine. So it says use the hours, don't count them. Be present. So being in every moment. And finding something in every moment to be grateful for really helps you to raise your energy, your vibrational energy. So I hope this was helpful to you. It looks a little tough. I'm sending you so much love. You guys take good care of yourself. And if you want to have a little fun, or you want to get a little more solid advice personalized to you, I do personal readings. There's that. Or you can show up for Monday Night Live, whatever works for you. You guys take good care. That's 7:30 p.m., 4:30 Pacific, and Tuesday mornings if you're in Australia at 11:30 a.m. You guys take care. We'll talk soon.